Joe Hughes with the National Ford Truck Club. Here with Jim Perschke, Vice President of Work Truck Solutions. Shake that hand, Jim.
Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Joe.
yeah. This is quite a presentation. We appreciate your sponsorship of the National, and we want our associates that couldn't come to see what they're missing.
Absolutely.
I'm not missing it. They are. But tell us about Work Truck Solutions and what's going on.
Before I do that, I'm going to go into my background a little bit because
Okay.
I want the truck dealers to understand that I've been where they're at.
Yeah.
Part of my career was with Knapheide Manufacturing, and I actually helped Knapheide develop the truck pool program. So I called on dealers for about 10 years of my life, and I watched what they had to go through to build trucks, find trucks, sell trucks. And what Work Truck Solutions has right now is such a breakthrough in the industry that they would be crazy, and I don't want to put anybody off, but you would be crazy not to entertain this product for your dealership. It will totally change the way you do business, and it'll make your customers be able to find your inventory so quick and so fast, and have so much data about the truck that you're stocking that there won't be any questions.
Right.
You're going to be able to take a buyer from the prospecting stage to the close in a matter of minutes, as opposed to hours or sometimes days. So that's it.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, that is what this product is. It's to make your job easier, it's to make your customers feel better, and to make your customers want to buy from you as fast as they can.
Well, our dealership has been involved with Work Truck Solutions from early on, and I can tell you, someone in Ford says it's like a locator on steroids.
There you go.
And that's the start. That's only the start of what Work Truck
There's
Solutions
so many more
brings.
pieces. Yeah,
That's right.
In fact, what we have here is really just a solution to manage everything. But there's analytics behind it. There's ways to prospect behind it. There's so much more to it. But even just the core product itself is worth entertaining.
Yep.
We can get into all the other stuff later.
Yep.
But just please do your dealership a favor. Try a demonstration. Let us talk to you about it. Let us show you where we can take your commercial department.
Yeah. The results in these very early years have been really nothing short of phenomenal, really.
Absolutely.
And it's just getting more and more traction every day.
And I know I don't have to teach you because you're there. You're already
Right,
there.
right.
So you should also tell your friendly dealers how much success you're having.
Right.
Because we need the word to spread.
Sure. Right. Is there a screen shot you want to show, or is there anything that you want to?
I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of what we do.
Right.
And then from there, we'll just do some quick clicks of the mouse to show you just how efficient it is.
Great.
So picture in your mind your website of your dealership, and think about where your commercial department sits in that website. What we do, usually you've got several tabs across the top. It's going to say new cars, used cars, and then you might have something in there that says commercial. What we'd really like to do is change that word commercial to work trucks and have a tab that says work trucks. So now picture your customer. He's on your website. He needs a work truck. He clicks the work truck button, drops down a carousel of bodies. All the bodies you could ever think of in the commercial industry, whether it's a wrecker body or a chipper body or a dump body or a stake body or a KUV, whatever it might be. He spins his carousel, he locks onto the body he wants, he clicks it once, your inventory immediately drops down.
Right.
Let's say you didn't have that truck. The space gets filled with a virtual inventory because you're connected with all your dealer partners throughout the United States, if you want to be. If you don't want to be, no problem. But it allows you to maintain that sales process with that customer without letting him go to another website to search for that truck he's trying to find.
Right.
You've got him.
Right.
Keep him.
Right.
Whether you build him a new pool truck, because we also have the pool inventory, or sell him another dealer's truck because that dealer needs help eliminating some floor plan expense. You grab that other vehicle from that other dealer, and boom, you've closed a sale. And you've made your customer so happy because he didn't have to wait.
Exactly.
He didn't have to go search.
Right.
You closed it. It was done.
Right. And he's virtually online, he's driving by our dealership and he's seeing this massive inventory, I know at our dealership. And we have a fraction of that on hand, but we have all of that inventory available to us.
Correct.
And so he wants to touch base, he wants to contact.
Yep.
And so he can immediately contact he says, send me information, and that information goes directly back to me or one of my partners at the dealership, so I can follow it up within minutes or hours.
Exactly.
And so he's not sitting there waiting and wondering. So many times it seems like a customer needs something next Monday because his truck just finally puked. It just finally died.
And when that happens, this isn't a waiting game.
Right.
This is a replacement urgent game.
Right, and time is of the
Time
essence,
is of the essence.
not so much money. And so it begins to take that, begins to take cost comparison and all the fights out of that. Because if he needs it Monday, time is more critical than the dollar. And so I'm able to make a decent margin on it, and it makes a real big difference to our bottom line. So.
And as everybody in my audience knows, when somebody's warm and they're looking for something now, that is the time to close the deal.
It is.
It's not about letting the door open, letting him go home. You need to figure this out right now, quickly, efficiently, and get him a truck.
Right. Yep.
That's what this does.
That's essential. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Really good.
Is Tom here? I'd like to have him give you just a quick demonstration. Where is Tom? Okay. Craig, I'd like to have my expert Craig Durgan help us out here real quick.
We didn't realize the A-team was right here. How are you, Craig?
Good on that.
Craig is going to take us to a typical dealer's website real quick after we've modified it. Maybe you've got Al Pamani Ford, sure. Again, we talked about the buttons on top, that work truck button. Once a customer clicks on that, this is where Work Truck Solutions takes over.
Right.
This is where we help you sell trucks.
Right.
The carousel of bodies pops up. That customer spins that carousel, locks onto, let's say he needed a crane truck. Let's go to that mechanic service truck. Clicks on that, and again, all of Al Pamani's work trucks pop up in that vocation,
Right.
and that customer has his choice now of choosing stuff that's on the lot, or obviously there's some other inventory available to the dealership if he needed it.
Right.
Now I guess if you wanted to take us back to maybe our demo site, so we don't mess around with Al Pamani's site while we're going. Oh, this is another thing I wanted to mention.
Yeah.
This is where Work Truck Solutions has done so much work that it's just so valuable to you and your customer that when you click on the truck itself, we give you every specific detail about that body and how it was constructed and what that truck is totally capable of, instead of a generic, this is just a crane truck.
Isn't this nice?
This is not generic.
Yeah, right.
This is complete, full information that he gets from the site.
Right.
And we do this for every single body and every single truck that's in your lot.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, my customers see certain information. I know this from experience, but just so that the dealers understand, my customers see some information. They don't see all of it. They don't see the information that they don't need to see.
That's a good point.
I can almost literally turn the virtual page over, and I get all the detail.
Correct.
So that I can price, I can know where the vehicle is, how many miles away it is.
Sure.
I can factor in all the costs associated with giving a bid.
That is correct.
Yeah, it's
so
awesome.
there are two sides to the system. One is the customer side. The other side is to the commercial department, so that they can go in and change data if they need to, pricing.
Right.
How about, let's say I got a truck that's starting to get some age, and you know the dealer principal's crying at you about that truck sitting here too long.
Right.
Well, let's change that and let's make it available to the rest of the network.
Sure.
You just let that truck be available to another hundreds of dealers across the United States.
Right.
Somebody needs that truck.
They do.
And they need it today,
Yes,
just like
they do.
you might.
Yeah.
So
it's happened many
this
times.
this is how you're going to keep the floor plan expenses down. You're going to keep your dealer principal happy.
Yep.
You're going to be a more efficient department. Your team is going to operate like a well-oiled machine.
Yep. It's a big game changer.
It
really
is. It's beyond anything I've ever seen in my 30 years of experience in the commercial truck industry.
Yeah.
So from there, I guess we'll take them maybe into a quick demonstration site if there's
Okay.
anything more that we could show them. Do we want to get into the back side of the system, or maybe at this point, I'd almost just like to
I
say,
think at this point it's probably best to just
I
leave it
think
where
you've
we
heard
are.
enough.
Yeah.
I think we just really need to connect now. Let's get our companies connected.
Yeah.
Let's get a demonstration going, which we can do online through a GoToMeeting or something.
Sure.
And if you'd like us to do an on-site visit, we'd be glad to try to
We got
arrange
people-
that too.
people in various parts of the country that do
Absolutely.
that sort of thing. So
Right.
that's great. That's great.
So I appreciate everybody's time. Thank you
Sure.
for listening to my sales pitch, I guess you could call it, but it's really not a sales pitch. This is really just a tool that your dealership needs,
Yep.
and it's completing the way you do business.
Yep.
It really is.
Jim, thanks.
Thanks, Joe.
Appreciate it.